What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Black House Booking here with another video, and today we're gonna switch it up. We're actually talking about AEW. I know, very surprising indeed. But I've actually been tuning in here and there, watching some highlights, read some articles and things of that nature, seeing some Instagram posts, and you know what? I like what I've been seeing from certain individuals. So if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me get right into it. So first things first, my favorite wrestler is Andrade. Now I know, very unusual for a lot of you guys. You guys like, what? What are you talking about? Well, I like Andrade. Ever since I seen him wrestle in NXT, I've seen him wrestle Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black at the time, and I liked what I seen from Andrade, and I thought he was really good, and I liked Zelina Vega as his manager, which is why I'm a Zelina Vega fan, to this day, and I'm keep supporting her as well. But I think the pairing of Andrade and CJ Perry, aka Lana, is a great pairing. Why? Because I feel like the Andrade character, whether it be AEW or WWE, his aesthetic is great with a woman counterpart as his manager, not even as a love interest or anything like that. They never tried to do anything like that with Zelina Vega and Andrade. It just makes sense, him having, I thought Chavo was gonna work, that didn't work. Vicky Guerrero, I think Vicky Guerrero could have worked out, but she doesn't need to do anything with wrestling anymore, man. She's giving her due. She's done her time, to be honest. And just let her ride off in the sunset and relax. But I think Lana is gonna hit a new stride with Andrade, because CJ Perry, aka Lana, was doing very well with Rusev and elevated the Rusev character to another level. But they had to break them up, and that was the dumbest thing that could have been done. Rusev Day worked because of who was around Rusev, and Lana, CJ Perry, was around. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Andrade is going to do very well with CJ Perry, but I think they need to go all in, and he's a face, right? That's that they keep, they like to walk the tightrope, but I feel like Andrade is for sure a face, and Lana, as a face manager, would actually do kind of well. I don't know how much they're going to commit to that, because obviously Lana is great as a heel, and Andrade, he's great as a heel, but I feel like a face can elevate him to the next level to actually win a championship at AEW. He should have been won the TNT championship. We could have gave him a Ring of Honor belt, but I think Andrade is AEW men's world champion material. But obviously MJF is, he's doing his thing right now. We don't want to mess up his stride, and we've seen those before him. I think Hangman was probably the only person that really didn't benefit from being the AEW champion, rather than the Chris Jerichos, the Kenny Omegas, those type of guys, CM Punks, John Moxley's, those kind of guys. So I think Andrade should be next up for sure. His English is getting better, but he has a good mouthpiece that could either wow the crowd or completely take the crowd out of it, by being a heel. But I would much rather see Andrade be a face. That's just my humble opinion. I like what's going on though. He's been wrestling. His injury, he healed, and he's been on TV and actually been wrestling consistently, which is all I ever wanted from Andrade as a fan. Just for him to wrestle and be on TV and do his thing, and not do stupid shit like not go for the fucking poker chip that's hanging above the fucking ring and just do a fucking somersault off the ladder for no reason. Next, the timeless Toni Storm character works so well, and I can tell you exactly what happened. Somebody backstage was doing some random shit and said, "Hey Tony, anybody ever tell you kind of like Marilyn Monroe?" And then from there, that shit was probably born. I like the character because it's so dramatic, so over the top. This is wrestling, bro. We don't have to be grounded in realism. We've had a guy named the fucking Undertaker that would die and come back, and a motherfucker who raised his hands and lower his hands in the ring is on fire, and a rest in peace, a cult leader from the Bayou. So realism isn't really, we have a motherfucker named Luchasaurus, and he's a dinosaur. That's a luchador. So the timeless Toni Storm character is like, Marilyn Monroe movie star, dramatic, talks with a certain dialogue. You know what I'm saying? I think that character is such a character that you're like, why hasn't anyone ever done this before? or done this recently, but it's a character that's like so uh, like why shouldn't anyone have been able to come up with this type of character? You know what I'm saying? And it's so fucking good, and that's why I like the character a lot. I think I think the character was made for made for TV.
My apologies for the interruption, y'all. You guys will not understand how hard it is to record a video. Bro. Anyway, like I was saying, like Timeless Toni Storm, it like the character is made for sports entertainment, and I think she's doing a really good job. And obviously, Toni Storm can wrestle. I was always a big Toni Storm fan. In WWE, when that shit happened with Charlotte with the fire to the face, I was like devastated because Toni Storm, like, she's fire, bro. She was killing it. NXT, NXT UK. You know what I'm saying? I really like Toni Storm a lot, and I'm happy that she's getting her moment to shine. And she's what, a 2-time champion now, if I'm not mistaken. So that's great. Went from not getting championship in WWE, well, not the main championship, to now being a 2-time champion in AEW, and she's killing it at all-time high. You call it cringy, you call it what you want, but it's WWE, it's AEW, it's sports entertainment, it's wrestling. It's not meant to be taken super duper serious. Some characters are taken super duper serious, and even they have their moments where they're cracking jokes and stuff. Roman Reigns is supposed to be taken super duper serious, but he has hella funny moments. Like, come on, guys, let's chill out. AEW, I give them a lot of crap because it's very spot heavy wrestling, and some of the stories don't make sense, and they don't go on for a long time, and they make people the champions at the wrong time, and don't make people champions when they need to be champions. But they're doing a great job with Andrade, Toni Storm, and CJ Perry. You can say what you want, OnlyFans girl, blah blah blah. People are always gonna talk crap about somebody no matter what. And then they were all people, and I think she's doing a great job in her role as of right now. I want her to be back with Miro, aka Rusev, but I think she can help Andrade, get to the level where he can finally be champion. And I think he should be champion. Language barrier shouldn't hold him back if he's a great wrestler and a great superstar and has a good gimmick. Because we see that AEW pulls the trigger on having international stars as champion, whereas WWE just started doing it and then not doing the best job with the likes of the Io Sky, with the likes of Asuka, with the likes of a Shinsuke Nakamura. They don't do very well with international stars as their champions that don't speak fluent, perfect English because they don't have faith in them. But, that's just my opinion. If you guys agree, disagree, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I was going to make this into 2 videos for you guys, but I have a feeling something crazy is going to go down in Survivor Series. So I think I can, for sure, have another video for you tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. We're going to roll to 1,000 subs, baby. Peace.